Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Diving into the action, this is what we're gonna do, no doubt about it. MZL, the lads from Mongolia, the Bears from Mongolia versus MVP PK. We had a longer delay, now it's decided who's gonna drive to the Asian minor. As 9 is taking out the first already, that's Xaf falling down. Exgen goes for the same sort of treatment. That bomb over there on A. Mazaalai Beers. Fed at the A side with the claws they have. MVP PK most definitely should struggle. The ladder has been hurt, and so one after another Fosk set up with the final man alive, but MVP got to give the first one away. To remind you, this is a pickup from MVP PK, and this team has not dropped a single map during the closed qualifier of the Asian minor. Besides that, in the Asian Pro League, they made it 3rd to 4th, so not driving to the Pro League finals, but the competition has been Order, Greyhound, and Tai Lu, so most definitely strong teams. So, can run over is no real problem. HSK hopes to die, hopes to live, though dies. And in the Asian region, I mean, the thing is, and that has to be pointed out, it is actually MVP PK who qualified for nothing else. And now you gotta hear me out. They qualified for ESL1 Cologne. They're gonna be at ESL1 Cologne. You know, they're playing with the big boys there in Germany. And overall, beating Tai Lu 3-1 in a best-of-5 series is showing strength. And match being paused, and CL disconnecting. Like everything on paper, right? The great thing about MVP PK, and that's why I love them already, is because they have a major sample size we can go for statistically work on. So lovely. Okay, MVP PK have played this map 3 times in the last 3 months. Oof, oof. Okay, hold on. Lads? That's a little buffet. A few players disconnected, it's unfortunate. To get back to my story. MVP PK have won against Boot and 2-990, also a Mongolian team, on this map previous. Funny-wise, lost against Lucid Dream 5-16 in April. We have no recorded matchups for the side of Mazaalai. Admin hopefully waking up anytime soon. Well. Okay then. Waiting this out a little longer. No big deal. The story that I want to tell you though. I'm going to tell you a little story. I think it was two or 3 days ago, I casted Energy versus Goliath, which was the CSA, the South African region qualifier. Goliath in this entire CSA qualifier have been dominating, obliterating every single opponent, going through 2-0, only getting one map into overtime, getting one map into double digits for their opponent. And there I would think, all right, Goliath in this CSA qualifier should have won against NRG. They lost on 3 maps, funny-wise. And then when it mattered, they couldn't perform. Now, we talk about absolutely stars. And I mean stars on the side of MVP PK. And stars, I mean that in considering the competition, over 6 maps, Xeta and Stacks accumulated over 1.4 ratings. Xgen, and I'm still not sure if that's pronounced correctly, and HSK on 1.29 and 1.31. The average rating of MVP PK is 1.32, which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Either way, you know, I always want to say I love HLTV, right? So, who has the highest damage per round? It's actually Machine Gun from the Mongols, but obviously they failed to get into the final. Next up would be Xeta with 90 damage per round. Brutal, if you think about it. Let's see. Who's been the best clutch player? 4 Japanese players. Okay, so that doesn't count. Highest headshot rate on the remaining players would, by the way, be Jin, Xian. A little problematic. Talking about him. Finds to the third, not granted. A bit of problem starts to occur over here on Nuke, as though they now maintain control with just those weapons. And as Seth turns around, 2 HP onto Cabal should seal the deal for number 1 for MVP PK. The bomb on the pedestal. And one shot. He does it through the wall. Absolutely lovely to watch. And I mean, very realistically speaking, MVP should just say, oh, easy one. You know why? MVP PK is the number 26 in the world right now. Have climbed the ladder over and over and over again and have actually reached their peak in the beginning of May. With decent results at IEM Sydney, for example, beating E United, losing against Big, but made it a 3-map series. In ESL Pro League, they went quite far. The story goes on and on and on and on. And they also won a tournament at the beginning of April in Mumbai, India, called Cop X Masters. The story goes on, and we could just lay back and say, yeah, what is this even being casted for? And as silence occurs around the map, set up a very passive outside hold, and look how they sneak around. Silently they go on a special mission. They are. Saw a bit of a head, takes down the first. Information is there for his teammate. As it is again, Sogo spotted behind the AC. Gonna get it down? Yes, he does. And in the meantime, one after another falls. That outside hold, so pivotal from Xeta to not let them rotate any further and flank around. MVP PK set up work in this one. And again, the Korean team decided to play Nuke. And if you decide to play Nuke, you most likely know how to play Nuke. Afterwards would be Dust 2. And I will not tell you about the statistics of Dust 2. Because I think Mazaalai don't want to hear them. Even though they picked this map, I think Mazaalai don't want to hear them, very honestly. Either way, down vents it goes. Can't take down one who's blinded. But they have already made it down. should just not make too much of a difference, should it? I hear the bomb plants. Oh, and there it goes. Absolutely brilliant that they even got the bomb down. Should still be an NCL remaining. Can't find a frag, unfortunately for him. Would it be cool, very honestly, to get something for those lads, but not gonna happen. And I think if I read that correctly from Ozen earlier on, and I could be wrong, Mazaalai is actually boot camping, but I'm not sure about that. I could be horribly wrong. I know that there actually was a rule about limiting esports in Mongolia, but I'm gonna miss that story for the moment because Sogo. Oh, they're just jumping down. This is so brutal from Dobu. Sogo is punishing his opponent massively, but Stax is the man to turn it around. A triple he would need to let MVP PK flourish once more. He knows about the smoke, but his opponent's ready and aware. Nobody coming out of huts, and so he has the control in his hands. A third is secured. And that was a very interesting story, if I remember correctly, and probably O's going to correct me on that. If I recall it, it was actually the mayor of Ulaanbaatar, which is the capital of Mongolia, saying that no more internet or no more video cafes or no more gaming cafes opened after 6 or 8 p.m. Something like that. So actually, I think it was about the Mongolians seemed about to basically die or something going that way. I'm never sure if it actually happened or not. So MVP. They're trying to take the control over this. Seems like it's going to work. One after another falls. Yeah. That was just by the book. Brilliantly done. And there it is. Ozen, of course, the man who knows it all. And lads, Mazaalai boot camping in China, the province of Dalian. There it goes, shutdown initiated. That should be done with ease. Though they got armor and some decent pistols, that's all great and things, but it should still not work at all. Just K needs to hold the outside control. Slowly and steady players approaching. They're just running in his crosshair, sees the shadow. And I just want to say, should have done that with ease. In the meantime, he's going to be taken out, and Sogo looked like he could find more. But it's a Tech 9. Good luck. Have fun, dear 9. But low hopes. One more to find. There it goes. 5-3. An MVP PK accumulating big bucks. The reason for that is you see it. 3 rounds where they brought through 5 players is just absolutely astonishing. The ADR is looking good. Utility damage, they don't care too much about it. At least at the moment. Mazaalai. The previous matchup against Ignis. It was especially Dobu and Cabal being the deadly combination. Their shots are starting. Oh, the molly lands perfectly. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The gap is too massive. One frag found. Tries to continue his streaks. Not gonna happen. 45 more seconds to get on the side. Slowly and steady they move and push. Stax is gonna hear it. Does he gonna find the frag though? Most likely not. Refrag instantly initiated over there on the lobby section, but HSK should try to turn this around. Bit by bit, they're coming closer. There is one flashbang that doesn't work at all. It's actually NCL flashed entirely. 20 more to get the bomb down. 9 needs to carry it on, and the flash finally works. But is there the opposition? Bounce back when needed. Yes, to some degree. Bomb still needs to hit it. XGen finds another, and behind the silo, it is just 9 waits, and he needs to hold him down to get another from the board, and that is working. Mazaalai with the 4th, and that was so well needed. A bit of issues start to occur with MVP PK. And Cabal and his crew. On the T side, they're looking quite sharp, actually, considering this is not their pick. This is, for me, so important. As time passes away, Fate, Sogo, and Cole and passionately waiting out. Stacks with his AUG could reign supreme, and HSK is there in case support is needed. He is falling back, takes a different angle. Look at the silence around the map. Frag comes in, no smoke, no nades, nothing really working. And the AUG is just the tool. Period. The tool. No doubt about it. Sogo can hope to do something about it, but I got my doubts. Take a look at the bloodbath. I hate to see it. The outside players at least found in the end, 2 from Sogo. So he survives another day. And the story I'm going to tell you later on is a very, very good story, actually. It's about how the name Mazaalai actually for the team came together. But in the meanwhile, 6-4. I mean, 10 rounds for MVP. I think that would be the basis of this. And the reason why I'm saying it is because the thing is, your map pick and therefore your chance. I'm gonna put it that way, really. I mean, we don't need to talk about the T side being stronger. That's the patience. It's gonna be there. It's also silent. You only hear the wind whistling. Ask yourself, why is Nuke so windy? And why is this bomb site not in Germany anymore? No, Hearts was in US. I'm totally wrong. Pardon me. Either way, not so important. HSK should get an easy 2-1. And so the bomb brought to the ground. One frag after another goes on the board for the Korean side. As though, at least a kill for Cabal. A little something. Either way, MVP. The squad you want to see perform to their max, because then they deliver the highest quality of Counter-Strike to watch. But still, Mazaalai, nobody would have said that they necessarily make it here. Some probably had Absolute in the finals list for this East Asian closed qualifier. As the flashbang pops, set an easy time for him. More to come from the AWP. No, he's with another. Players are coming close. It's a bit dangerous for him right now as he whips the shot. Up, down. And now you need to consider how to protect yourself from either heaven, which could be a possibility, or outside. They got the right read. Stacks is everywhere. And the bomb is making its way through main. Here's Xgen to the right. And so every shot needs to be a hit right now. Talking about that. He's waiting, finds one Heaven player spotted, and the AUG scope is helping you so much to magnify the situation a little. That round, and that half by now belongs to the side of MVP PK. And here I'm going to tell you the story. Perfect timing. Mazaalai is actually the Mongolian name for the Gobi bear. And the Gobi bear is just a little bit of a smaller brown bear, sort of, to say it like that. The males have a weight between 96 and 138 kilograms, and the females between 51 and 78. They have a very small genetic diversity. And if you wonder how a Gobi bear looks exactly like when you come home Saturday night from partying a little and you have to wake up 4 hours later. And you're hungover. That's exactly how a Gobi bear looks like. The way, Xeta shouldn't deny too much access. Now Sogo is hardly taking any. As they're coming closer and closer and closer. Xgen knows what's about to happen. Funny that it looked like the Molotov would have now been extinguished by the flames. Either way, he's want to take an aggressive Xgen. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. He's going to swing wide and at least gets two. The third is not granted, but he got support from Stacks to come in when needed. Cabal with ZZ. Good luck, have fun to use that pocket decay wisely. Should be able to get Stacks at least with a body shot. Talking about that, good night to him, and an AUG actually found as an upgrade. If that is not what you are looking for, I don't know. And Xeta, in the meantime, definitely spotted his opponent. Zeph is hearing it. One shot, one kill. So, as roster changes have been done in March of 2019 with MVP PK, Solo and Glow out of the roster, getting SK, HSK, Jinx, and Stacks. It looks brilliant. Jinx only has a backup player on the side set, nevertheless. The entire roster benefits from that. And now let's see, Cabal and NCL looking to get a little more. Still doesn't really work as the defense mechanisms of MEPPK are too strong. They stay adamant about it. There it goes. And the funny story is, right, if you follow international Counter-Strike a lot, you might have heard about a guy called Rambo. Rambo used to be a CSS player back in the days of 2002, also played in Complexity in 2007, so on and so on. And he used to be the coach for a long time for MVPPK because he's also partially Korean. Ronald Kim is his name. And now, he's coach of Cloud9. So, the circle closes. Frags are happening. The Mongolian bears are striking. The claw's too sharp. And the situation too hot, maybe. Peeking too wide. Xeta spotted another. Player needs to escape. In the meantime, though, the bomb has been planted on A, and that pressure is high. Dobu, the SG works fine. And another one to come would be from Xeta. Does he have the awareness to find all four? I doubt it. There it comes, though. Nate could go deep. Cabal is not actually affected by it. And Xeta, I don't see you having a real chance. He gets another kill, but Cabal is going to be the last victim. Ten to 5 is workable. I really start to love the Gobi Bear. I have to say that. He's looking so done, you know? He's looking really wasted. That's why I like the Gobi Bear. Let's see though, MVPPK, the slow and the small sample size we have off this map has shown us that they're quite good on the T site. I'm not sure if I should believe what my eyes are telling me. But I see dualies. Alright then. You really, I just want to see those. I don't want to watch anything else. I just want to watch those. Even if 9 dies. I don't care what's happening outside, just the dualies. Just kidding. They're going outside. And right now, trying to take the control already of the B site. HSK most definitely hurt his opponent, but he can go from heaven. Oh, and that might end badly. That might end badly. As he finds one, the Glock. Is he gonna allow them to jump down? Sogo just waits patiently, and look how they baited him into thinking that that was the B side. Cabal, though, needs to be eliminated, and that is in case happening. Though it's just 30 more seconds. Players outside have been hurt, and so loudly they step on the site. NCL, the only one to get the pistol for his team right now. The only one to make it work. Taps away the first brilliant move. HSK with a Glock. Situation could be more ideal. And the thing is, he has a kit. The re-peeking. He's gonna pull through, doesn't he? He's gonna pull through. No, he denies. And now he's right inside. The Glock strikes. Body shots do it. As no armor is leading to that situation. An MVP on the right track with the right weaponry should have full control. Track found. Still, this is a bit uncomfortable. Mag 10 gained in the meantime, though. Seta heard that. Yes, indeed. NCL falling down. And that should be at least round number 12. Not sure how much more to come. To 5. MVP PK have picked this map, so I think there's no real surprise here. T side always a bit tougher, we know that. Here it starts. Cabal. Finally, the CT side can strike. Sogo looking to make it work with his teammate whilst outside is being taken. Cabal again strikes, but is finally punished. The AK comes when needed. Another player spotted? Nope. Okay, that's gonna be 9 then taking another probably. That's what, at least what it looks like. All under control. The Mongolians fight their way through. A very mixed economy, though, coming in from MVP PK. Their decision to buy is highly understandable, though. Now Stacks & Co. in a very mixed situation. 2 AKs, actually. Galil, ZZ. Either way. 12-6 with more to come. From which side, though, is the question. We don't need to talk about the better position MVP PK is in. Better team, basically. I mean, there's no discussion about that. On paper, statistically speaking. But we also know our circumstances are a key factor. Counter-Strike is not determined by numbers. And there you go. The timing from Cabal is just absolutely nasty. And so things are looking shiny for MVP PK as they now turn down to the side of B. Seta with the bomb on his back should be able to get that down anytime soon. In combination with Seth, checking every single corner. Player aggressively comes in. The double is not granted, but he got his teammate taking care of him. And therefore, only 2 of those CTs remain. Money will not look good afterwards for Sogo and his crew. And he should maybe consider to save both of those weapons. Because realistic chances, I don't see them. I just don't see them. This needs to be an immediate frag coming in. And so... yeah. All done right. And as it is 13-6, desperate times require desperate measures. Shotgun coming in place. Friendly team knife is not what you want to see. And this kit, by the way, is why you don't knife at the beginning of a round. It never made sense. It never will make you look cool. You have nothing from it. Stop. It's time to stop. Talking about that. Is there going to be faith on the side of MZL? Sogo and Co. need to do it pretty much right now. They heard the steps down B, 100%. And as the entry is now belonging to them, they slowly and steady rule out the site. Position by position, centimeter by centimeter. It's all just belonging to them. And MZL... it's not much more. It's not much more they would need to finally reset their opponent, but they don't make it work. Not today. Not this time around. Oh no, and he's gonna punish them. No weapons for you, MZL. No weapons for you. That's the worst feeling. As though Cabal stays alive, the sight of Mazaalai should not prevail under any circumstance. Things start to look more and more sinister. And as the dark times are coming ahead, I don't believe too much in it. And that happens. So unfortunate. It is simply saddening, really. And it might be over for now. It feels like it could be just all over. So MZL though still has 3 players alive. Make it 1. Dobu against 3. And as faithful as I want to be, I unfortunately don't see it happening. And that's okay, because Mazaalai, they have not picked this map, so it's all right to put it that way. It's no big deal. It's a difficult map if you don't practice it regularly. It's not just like a puggy-ish sort of style you can play on it most times. And as 9 and Co. would need to strike this second. Not sure if it's going to happen. This is a brilliant move from Cabal. He still thinks HSK. Uncomfortable situation with all the pain going through the head. South Korean squad. The thing I'm most worried about is this guy. NCL has never positioned himself up there. Xjin, does he have him on the radar? He does. He does. That's so unfortunate. He felt superior right there. And in the end, it might be a story told. It might be a story told. Sogo. Entering the site. The players are making it work. There it is. 16-6, story told, and that goes to the South Koreans. We're heading into a little break. My name is Zesh, !Caster to figure out more, and we'll be right back.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.